Today I'm going to address the question, why do I keep getting what I don't want? Why do I keep attracting things, people, places, events into my life that I don't want? So if that's of interest to you, this video may be helpful. So I've been having people ask me questions about, well, I'm trying to do this work. I'm trying to practice the law of attraction, and I just keep attracting stuff I don't want. Why does that keep happening? And rather than go through it all again about how to distinguish what you want from what you don't want, because I've done that in previous videos, today I'm going to talk to you about mastering your beliefs. Let's go there. Okay, so what happens when we learn something new? Let's say that we have a starting point, and that starting point, we'll call it A. And when you're at A, there's something that you don't want. There's a person or an event or an experience that you've attracted into your life and you're not happy with it. And you're saying, oh my gosh, I want to get rid of this. Why is this happening? What's going on? And then you learn why it happened. You learned how you attracted it, and you learned how to let it go. Okay, so you went from A, attracting it, to, let's say, B, understanding why you attracted it and how to let it go. Then you go to C and you're saying, okay, so I've done all this work, so I should be not ever having that come into my awareness again, right? I should never have to experience this again. But then you find yourself back at A. And the reason for that is when you find yourself back at A, it's because, and notice when you find yourself back at A, you're attracting it into your life again, right? You're attracting that thing that you said, my gosh, I've done the work. What the heck is going on? Why am I back here again? Why is this happening again? And the reason that you've gone back to A is because now I want you to remember something. People say that knowledge is power, but think about this. Knowing something and doing something about it are two different things. So it's applied knowledge, that's power. So when you had that experience at place A and you went to B and C, and B, you learned how to let it go, how to get rid of it, why you attracted it, you moved up to C, things were pretty good, and then you found yourself back at A again. How are you applying what you learned? How did you move into this new energy? How did you master your belief? Because remember, when you attracted it at that level A, you had a specific belief, which had a feeling, an emotion, and thoughts attached to that belief, and you created what you created based on that. So when you learn to let it go, you let it go, you got rid of it, you're like, yay, this is great, this is wonderful, and then you moved on to C, and it didn't take very long before you found yourself back at A again. Now remember, when you learn this, it's got to be a way of life. It's got to be a way of acting instead of reacting, so that you're coming at it from a conscious thought process, so that you're very aware of what you attracted, why you attracted it, what you were thinking, and what you were feeling. When you know that, and then you move to C and you're feeling really good and you find yourself back at A again, now you say, okay, I don't understand why this is here. The thing is that we tend to forget. When we don't apply something that we learn, we forget about it. And then we go back to A, right? And we're like, oh my God, here I am again. This is happening to me again. And then something comes into our awareness where we are reminded, because remember, we already know it. So something is going to remind us. It's already in our minds. Like, remember, you learned this. Are you ready to apply it again? This is why I'm sure that many of you have been there where maybe you've read something or learned something and you're like, wow, this is really profound. And then maybe you go along your business and you forget about it. And then that information comes into your awareness again and you say, oh yeah, I remember learning that some time ago. Oh yeah, I wonder why I haven't done anything with that. Well, this is why. When you don't apply the knowledge, when you don't make it part of your day-to-day experience, your day-to-day awareness, your day-to-day thought processes, then what you're doing is you're basically learning, you're forgetting, and you're going back. and you're doing that over and over. You're going from A, B, C, back to A, B, C, and then sometimes we get stuck in that A position for a really long time because remember, when you go back that many times and now you're getting frustrated and you're getting angry and you're starting to say, I don't believe this stuff works, you know, look how many times I keep going over this in my mind. And you see, then your feelings, remember, your feelings are driving the bus. You've got those feelings that you want to deal with, or you're being given the opportunity to take a look at and say, wow, why do I keep recreating this? So if you haven't truly let go, if you truly haven't mastered the belief behind what your experience was in the first place, or if you did find out what it was and then you forgot about it, you said, oh man, okay, shoo, I'm done with that, let's move on, and you get to C and find yourself back at A, you want to remember that this work is something that you want to build on. Just like a foundation, you know, when you're building a building, people see the building on the top of the ground, but they don't stop to think about the foundation, the groundwork, everything that's done underground in order to make that building so secure. So if this is something that you want to change, if there's something happening at that point A, whether it's an experience, the same kind of people you keep bringing into your life, maybe it's that job that you just say, oh my gosh, I wake up every morning and I can't stand this. When is this going to be over? Or when are these people in my life ever going to give me a break? What's going on? When this keeps happening, it's because when you got to point A and you learned something, you haven't yet applied it. So you want to apply this information so that you can stop recreating it. Because remember, every time you go back to A, then you're creating your future from your past. And what you want to do is get to A, discover what it is, go to B, say, oh, okay, I understand. I let it go. I learned through this, move on to C. And because you have applied it, now you create your future from here, from the now, rather than having to go back and do it over again and over again and over again. So if this is something that you want more information on, visit masteringyourbeliefs.com. You can check out the workshop that I have. If this is something that interests you, poke around there, see what calls to you. But if you're really, really sick and tired, if you're fed up with recreating the same experiences over and over and over, if you're really sick and tired of creating your now and your future from your past, go to masteringyourbeliefs.com, check it out, see what calls to you, and just follow your intuition. Remember, follow your feelings, because they are leading you in the direction that you want to go. If you have any questions, remember, ask your sensei. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.